How about our Manager of the Year award? I will begin, and this is just throughout Major League Baseball, so not league specific. I'm going to go with A.J. Hinch.
Okay.
He has obviously a lot of talent there in Houston with George Springer, my MVP pick for the first half of the season. Altuve, Correa, so many players. But look at what they've been able to do in terms of getting that double-digit lead in the AL West. They have had their pitchers. Every one of their top pitchers has gone on the disabled list. They can't rely on their aces to stay in the rotation. And it's very similar to some degree as what we're seeing with the Mets. And yet, look what the Mets are doing and look what the Astros are doing. I know it's not apples versus apples here, but my point is that they've been able to overcome some injuries to all of their top pitchers and still have a double-digit lead in their division.
It's hard to argue against Hinch. I just look at them and I see a much better team than, let's say the Milwaukee Brewers, and that's why I'm going to go with Craig Counsell, because for me, I'm not looking at the teams and their records, and I think you can make a case for Hinch as you just did. You can make a case for Roberts with the Dodgers. Sure. You can make a case for Dusty Baker with the Nats. I look at, when I do Manager of the Year, talent on the team, expectations coming in. Craig Counsell and the Brewers, they don't have as much talent as the Chicago Cubs. Everybody's been waiting for them to fall off. They certainly don't have as much talent as the Dodgers or the Nationals.
Right.
Everybody's been waiting for them to fall off, and here they are, 4 games over 500, leading the National League Central, playing consistent, good baseball from start to finish so far, at the midway point. That's why I'd go with a guy like Craig Counsell. Now, when all said and done at the end of the year, maybe that changes, but right now, I love what Counsell's doing.
No, I like that pick. At what point do we stop saying
7 games over, by the way, 47 and 40? I shorted them.
At what point will we stop saying, all right, here come the Cubs, or here come the Cardinals, or here comes somebody else in that division to take over the lead spot?
I think we're getting there. I mean, right? I mean, there's only a couple months left in the season. At some point, it's going to be, wow, here we are. In September, if the Brewers have a 5-game lead and they're still playing as well, I mean, you're going to start to, maybe they can win this game.
And I like, too, remember we had Adam McCalvey, who covers the team for MLB.com, on yesterday, and how Counsell and Eric Thames, for example, had a discussion. You know what? Why don't you take a couple of days off? Not a lot of managers, especially younger managers, are going to tell their stud hitter, hey, sit out 2 games. Yeah, they'll work in a game here and there to make sure he gets his rest, but rarely says, just sit out 2 games and take a load off mentally. Yeah. Get recharged.
That was a great move, and it paid dividends.
Oh, my gosh, he's come back, and he's found his power stroke again. So, yeah, I like that pick very much.
All right, that it?
I guess that's it.
Mid-season awards are over. That's a wrap.